Hello everyone, welcome to Gen Sense, where I, Jen, try to make sense of the world shenanigans. I'm not even going to give you the rest of the opening because there are no guests, it's just me. Anyways, today's shenanigans are, is it are or is? I'm going to say is Florida native outings. And as a non-Florida native, I am going to do my darndest to make sure you know about Florida and Florida man, and well, just Floridians in general. I was born in Virginia, but I rarely claim it. So, that being said, let's talk about Florida and Floridians. I actually have a slight script for once nowadays. Okay. Dang it, I said that's one. Alright, so technically, I'm not a Florida native, but I feel like 24 or so years in Florida, I think I can count and say I am. There are hurricane, what did I write? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I said hurricane parties. Jeez, I didn't even cross the T on the party. Terrible handwriting on my part. But yes, they are real. There are hurricane parties. That's what I meant to say. And they are very real. And unless it's like a category 4 or 5, most Floridians don't care. They're just like, okay, we're gonna have a party. We might board up the house to make sure nothing breaks, and we might throw our stuff into the pool. I don't know. I've had a very interesting time with hurricanes since I owned a house. I feel like I'm getting those S's. They're just slurring into each other. So sorry about that. But since I've owned a house, hurricanes have been very interesting. My family growing up believed in hurricane bathtub water, which is when you scrub the absolute heck out of your bathtub. You bleach it down, you put Comet and all sorts of stuff. You completely rinse all that soap out, and then you fill it up with water. And you put like a cap full of bleach in said water. Because if the water line breaks, you still need to have water, and you would just go to the bathtub and just scoop up a pot. Oh my gosh, it sounds terrible. And like, you know, use the oh my god, why do I keep trying to say S's? Sterno, like the little heating cans, heat it up, and there you go, you got a bath or washing clothes or whatever you were doing. Not clothes, like dishes and cooking, I guess. And that was just kind of how like my younger hurricane days happened. I said I was going to do that. My sister said I would never. And I said, oh, okay. So we did not have bathtub water. We did not really prepare for the hurricanes, which was a shame on my part because you probably should. People do die in those, as I am going to totally make fun of other Floridians. But no, that's a serious thing. Hurricanes can be deadly. You should prepare for them. Dang it, that's 2. Oh, I wrote... Oh, call to actions. Oh yeah, so if you want to support Gen Sense, please go ahead and do so. I believe there's a link somewhere in there, and I know there's going to be ads one day, somewhere in the beginning probably, because I make these usually in one sitting. One go, maybe 2. So this is all the first try, usually. Anyways, a hurricane is like the start of COVID, but sometimes with parties and no lights. What was I trying to say there? I guess it's boring, because if you lose power, you have nothing to do but sit around and talk to people in your household. And that's kind of how COVID was. Yeah, bathtub water is gross, but I didn't think so. But I guess if you could do that, you know, get away with not having bathtub water. Maybe we were just like not prepared when we were younger. Like we just were like, bottled water, what is that? And we only drink Zephyr Hills. Well, my family tends to only drink Zephyr Hills. So if there was no Zephyr Hills left, we probably use bathtub water, which I feel like is worse. Not really sure. Let's see. Swamp puppies, that is a thing. Little alligators. I saw one up close when I went kayaking. But they will just like swim around. And I live in Orlando and I'm like, they're still up here. Why? Like, Florida really is the Australia of the United States. Like, if it can kill you, probably, it's in Florida. So that was a thing. Iguanas. I love how this has devolved from like talking about hurricanes, and I didn't even finish that story about how like Hurricane Sandy or whatever took the solar panels off of my roof, and now I have solar panels in my garage because I had to buy a new roof, and that was costly. For shame. Yeah. I should probably go into more detail. The hurricane came, they put on the panels wrong because it was to heat up the pool. And let's just say my pool is not heated and I don't know what to do with like these giant plastic things. Like they flew into the neighbor's yard and stuff. I was just dang. But luckily I got the house fixed. But there was like a leak in my bathroom. I'm like, can't have that. So, more about Florida. Iguanas down south, they're super cute when they are far away. When they are up close, they are freaky. And they could fall out the sky. Instead of snow, Florida gets iguanas that fall out the trees and out the sky. Oh my god, that's so terrible. But it's true, like they'll just, freeze up and fall out the trees and you're just like, whoa, it's raining iguanas. Not even men, not even cats and dogs. Iguanas, giant lizards. The things we have to deal with in Florida. Also, people do not realize how much water is and is around Florida. There is so much water in Florida. Oh my goodness. Like, I didn't even realize it until I was driving. And luckily, I got my fancy car with the all-wheel drive. And we still almost died because it was a giant puddle. My fancy SUV, I guess, because it's not a car. But giant puddle. And I was concerned and confused. And I was like, wow, there's a lake over there, and a lake over there, and a giant puddle over here. And I recently went on a cruise, and there was a lot of water out there. That's another episode, though. What else did I write? Oh, yeah, never get a pool, because they're expensive. In, like, the stupidest ways. Like, you gotta pay the pool man. Shout out to Dolphin Pool. They do a great job. But you spend all this money on chemicals and pool people, and you never go in it because you're Floridian and you would rather go to the beach or the community pool and not have to worry about it. My next house will not have a pool. I'm not doing it. I tried to. Couldn't do it. Also, Floridians can't drive. I personally believe that nobody in the United States can drive and around the world. But we make things happen. We're movers and shakers. That's what humans do. But what are stop signs? Because I feel like Floridians really don't know what that is. They just kind of, it's not even a rolling stop. Like, I don't even think they touch the brake. Also, what are blinkers? Because they just get over on you. You're like, bro, I'm right here. If you had told me before you started turning or getting over or whatever, I would have let you have space. Probably. Unless I'm in a rush. Which I'm never in all the time. And what are yellow lights? Because do you go? Do you stop? Depending on where it is, you keep going. If it's a red light camera, you just stop, slam on the brakes. It's terrible. Yeah. And then I wrote shorts because my stream of consciousness, even when writing a script, is pretty all over the place. But shorts. I don't know if a lot of Floridians actually own a lot of long pants because once it's like 72 degrees outside, they try not to go outside. And if they do, they're bundled up. Like they're wearing like the boots, like the Uggs. I guess they get really excited because they can wear these clothing that you usually can't wear, but like they wear the Uggs and they'll have on like the beanies and like jackets, a scarf. I'm like, a scarf in Florida, bro? In Orlando? You're funny because it's not that cold. And gloves. I just, they just do the most. I mean, I can't say anything because I definitely will bundle up. My jacket at work has a liner. I'll wear it. And yeah, Floridians, they're a mess. Florida man is such a thing. Like, everybody in Florida is a Florida man, woman, Florida non-gendered person. They are there. You live in Florida long enough and you start doing Florida man things or Florida person things, and you're just like, why would I do that? Why would I decide to jump into a lagoon at a theme park? Why would you do that? But that Florida brain, maybe it's because it's baked, because the sun's always on it, so it's always like shriveled up and you just can't think, even though you would think it would have more wrinkles because it's shriveled. But nope, not the case. I don't even know. But yeah, Florida man, Florida native outings. I wanted to do this episode like forever ago, but since I was making fun of Floridians and it was hurricane season, like truly, and like there was actually bad hurricanes, I felt like it wasn't appropriate to do it then. But since we're pretty much out in the clear, out of the clear, into the clear, whatever the phrase is, because I'm very good at those, I figured I might as well go ahead and tell you about Florida natives and their outings. This has been Jen Sense. You have a wonderful day and remember to be kind. Bye, guys.